Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Capricorn. So Capricorn, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Capricorn, it seems like you are going on a trip, but a trip down memory lane to a moment where you were far away from home, from where you feel like you belong, right? In a foreign land. Um, and there is a token, an object, a piece of memory from this place elsewhere that that wants to be remembered, that wants to just resurface, to be reknown, and bring you something that needs to be cherished, needs to be embraced, even needs to be loved, right? It's like something that you have bought or that you have taken from this trip that was very remarkable and very special, and for some reason it was forgotten. It's like you just put it aside, or you kept it in a drawer, and you never looked at it again, and it feels like it's been a while. So if this is something that is resonating with you, Capricorn, this object seems to be really important to return to you some sort of self-love message. And so the guidance here of your entire message actually is to hang that thing on the wall, if it's a picture, if it's a postcard, or it's like, let it be seen and rest in its energy, because it wants to bring to you some sort of truth that is in it, that is held within the aura of this object. It is specifically coming through as a picture, because of the last card actually, that is bringing the advice of, hang this picture on the wall so that you can see this every day, so that you can rest your head and just, look at it. It seems like this is important because it's going to trigger this memory to be activated within you. So we're beginning with the Six of Cups. So this is the memory lane, right? I often say that this is the card that, brings you back to a past situation, a past experience that is, it is very loving, right? After all, it is the Six of Cups. So there's something that, you need to take. The way that I'm seeing this is like train tracks. So you need to go hop on this train and go in this trip back in time, I want to say, through an object. And it's interesting because when the Ace of Pentacles came through, well, from this card only, I was already seeing this object. But then when I saw the Ace of Pentacles, it was clear to me that, whatever is this token, this object, this piece of memory that is materialized in something, right? It's an actual thing. It is incredibly valuable to you, Capricorn. It's like, it's almost like finding something that is it's like, when you are putting on, dressing a piece of clothing that you haven't worn in decades, and then you put your hands in the pockets, and then you find money, right? It's that type of, or something that is like incredibly special to you and incredibly valuable to you. It's like that type of joy that I'm seeing. It's almost like, you have been longing. Sometimes I see the Six of Cups as longing. You have been longing to find this, but it seems like, you have forgotten about it. And now it seems like this thing is finding its way to you, right? Because it's like, it's showing itself like the jewel that it is. You see what I mean? It's like, something that you didn't even remember that you had, or that you still had, when you see it, it's like when you take it, when you look at it, there's something that ignites. It's almost like this nostalgic feeling that overwhelms you, but not overwhelms you in a negative way or in a sense that you're losing yourself. It's just like you didn't think that you would ever find this, or you didn't think that you could go back to that moment, right? It's almost like a long lost memory that you didn't think that you had access to. And I feel like it has to do with a place that you have been that was very meaningful to you. The World card is talking about a trip that, took you far away from home. It's like when you collected this object, when you bought this thing, when you took this picture. It's interesting because the picture only comes at the end with the last card, but actually here, it's like it was coming through as like a physical thing. It's not a digital picture on your phone, right? It seems like it's something that you can touch. It's something that has physicality, right? That is manifest, because it reminds you of this moment, of this trip, of this foreign landscape. This is what the World card is talking about, is a landscape that is so far away, so removed from your daily life that it feels that, it's coming from another world, right? It's like a token. It's almost like I'm seeing this as, a piece of the moon, right? Those types of things that, are so incredibly far away from a foreign land, from a foreign planet. It's like, the significance of this, the significance of retrieving this memory now is that you're finding a piece of a place that you have been a long time ago, the way that I'm seeing this is like this trip, this place, the occasion, the moment in your life that you experienced that is something that you cherish, but you have maybe you have forgotten that you had this piece. Maybe you had forgotten that you have brought anything with you, right? Or maybe you did remember, but you couldn't find it anywhere in your place or anywhere in your home. But now that this thing is finding its way to you, it seems like it's naturally bringing you down memory lane so that you can relive or have all of that very vivid memory come to life and resurface. The Ace of Swords coming on the other side of this world. You see how beautiful this is? It's like this is the beautiful thing about this Six of Cups for you, Capricorn, today. Although, yes, it's bringing you back to the past, it's actually bringing together a new way of seeing it, newness. I feel like, and actually because of the last card, it actually wants to emphasize the new perspective, right? We have two aces around the world, and typically the World card is, the ending, right? It's the culmination. It's the conclusion of a big cycle. And here we have two new beginnings, but one that is the token of something in the past. Okay, so here it is. The thing about the token that you're finding, which is the new beginning that wants to happen right now, but wants to bring a new epiphany, a new insight that actually is connected and related to something that you initiated in the past. So the thing that I'm thinking about right now is, the decision in the past that made you go on this trip, where you bought this thing, where you took this picture, and how incredibly courageous or bold was that decision, right? To go far away from home into a foreign land, right? To a place that you've never been before, and completely change your world because of that. And I feel like this is the thing that wants to resurface right now, is the the boldness, the courage, the audacity, the initiative, the decision to maybe go out, right, of your regular daily routine. And it doesn't need to be, go so far away like you did in the past. Maybe this is reminding you of the capacity that you have to do so, right? It's like maybe you have forgotten that you had that energy within you, the courage to, invest perhaps in a trip far away from home, where you know that you will have an invaluable experience, no matter how long or how much time passes from that moment. The memories that you made back then are still with you to this day, and this is what wants to resurface because of the Ace of Swords. And I'm getting chills because I feel like this is the decision, this is the what is the word? It's like the shooting the arrow, right? This is the move. This is it's not only the epiphany that is coming through the moment that you remember what it felt like to invest in this trip back then, or to have the courage to, just do something that is very brave, right? It's like, risking yourself in a sense, right? But remembering that if you had the courage then, it's like you have like you have the direction. It's like follow the same steps, right? It's like the object that you're finding right now, Capricorn, it's actually helping you to give you the same impulse. This is coming through as this urge, right? This decision to go, to move, right? To shoot this arrow and do something about it. It's not just, thinking about it, although yes, the air element is associated with the mind and thoughts, but actually this is talking more about the movement, right? It's like this object that you're retrieving from a trip that you made long ago that was incredibly significant and meaningful in your journey. It's now returning to your hands specifically, but also to your memory and to your mind, so that it can resurface the initiative that you took, right? That now you have this token to remind you of your own power, of your own initiative, of your own action, of your own bold move, right? To go on this trip across the country or across the world, right? It's like out of your comfort zone, out of your own world, right? It's like going to a completely foreign landscape. And I feel like one of the things that you know pretty much for certain with this epiphany, with the return of this memory of, just the remembrance that is coming through the object, is to cherish this memory. Because, okay, so there's a little bit of like something that is really important about the Seven of Cups in regards to the Six of Cups, right? Because it's like this, what you are retrieving, or what is coming to you so that this memory can be retrieved through the object, right? It's like the one piece that really fits in this puzzle, that makes sense in your heart, in your beingness, that brings a lot of, it's like a pat on your back, right? It's like you're reminding yourself through this object that back then you had the courage to, make this bold move and, fly across the country or fly across the world to have an experience that is so removed from your daily life that now you remember how you were back then, or, like everything that, you know, was moving you, was incentivizing you, was serving as this just the support, or not the support, but the desire, or the uh why were you willing back then to invest your time, your money, your resources, your life perhaps, in going on that trip, right? That is the main thing that is being brought back to you, right? It's the epiphany, the remembrance that triggers that thing, and that shoots that arrow that will make you hug yourself, right? The way that I'm seeing this is as, you know, you're hugging yourself. It's a self hug. It's, you know, more and more this Seven of Cups is coming through as self-love. And I feel like this is exactly what the Six of Cups is. It's like the next step after you remember that is that you go back in time, and through that object, not only you remember how incredibly special and memorable that period was in your life, but also how much you are proud of yourself, how it's like you're happy that you hold that memory, and that makes you proud of yourself, right? And like how courageous you were. So this is you hugging yourself and giving yourself some time to rest in that memory. The Four of Swords is like it's like surrounding yourself with this epiphany. In a sense, it's like, you know, what this object is bringing to you, it's more than just the object itself. It's what is contained in the memory that comes with it. So this is a reason why I feel like for some reason, it's not necessarily that you are, you know, choosing to go after this object. Somehow this object finds its way to you, right? It's like you're doing something else completely, but then suddenly you just bump into this, and this takes you, you know, down this memory lane that is very emotional, but also very encouraging, in the sense that you maybe you are, you know, wanting to go out there, right? Have another incredible trip again, right? And this is the push, this is the incentive, this is the encouragement that you didn't know that you needed to. It's like the remembrance of how you managed to pull that off back then. It's like it is exactly what you need to do it now, it seems like. But before you do it now, it's like rest in this epiphany. It's like embrace yourself, show yourself how much you are proud of yourself, right? It's like love yourself so much that you don't mind losing time here, resting in this epiphany. And it's like reminiscing, but not reminiscing with it's not like, you know, oh, the good old days, I should have enjoyed more. It's not like that. It's like the incentive that you need to use that as an incredible affirmation or an incredible push, so that you do it again, even though I don't feel like it's going to be now, because we're ending here with the Hanged Man. But actually, okay, so there's a lot here in the Hanged Man. The first thing that I heard was hang this picture. You need to look at it 24/7. It needs to be in your sight. It needs to be, you know, where you can see it, where you can stare at it, where you can rest in its energy, because this is what is going to allow you to move, to make this decision, to push forward, because you have done it in the past. And when you remember that, when you cherish that memory, it's like you're not letting it go. It's not the type of memory I'm sensing here, Capricorn. It's not the type of memory that you know, you pass through an old photo album, and when you look at that picture, it's really good, it's really nice, but then you move on straight away to the next page, right? It's a type of thing that you really didn't know that you still had this thing, right? And when it finds its way to you, it's like a piece of jewel, right? It's like it is a jewel. It's a piece of jewelry. It's like something that you are so happy, so it's like you feel honored, you feel privileged, you feel like you found, you know, a diamond in a sense, right? It's like you found something that is very, very special to you. And the special thing about it is like the courage that really you had back then to go on this adventure, to go around the world, to go to a foreign landscape and bring something that, you know, maybe back then you didn't imagine how powerful it would be to incentivize you to do it again when the moment came, to remember that you still have that courage, that you still have that energy within you, right? This is how I'm seeing the Ace of Swords. So the two aces, as I said, they're talking about if you had the courage back then to begin something, to start this trip, right? To start materializing this dream of yours of, you know, going to a country, going to, you know, wherever you went back then. This is the remembrance that you need to know that you still have this energy within you. And because of that, the more that you rest in it, right? All of this, it's like, you know, embrace it, rest in it, hang this picture, let it be the center of attention for a while so that you remind yourself that you can still pull it off when the time is right. It's like, this is talking about the new perspective. So it's like this, right? If in the past, you had this incredible new beginning that was showing you a new world, was opening your horizons, was, you know, presenting you how big the world is, was expanding your vision, expanding your point of view. It's like now it's the time for you to prepare to have your perspective changed again, but in the right time, because all of this, it's like right now, it's not the moment to depart. It's not the moment to flee. It's not the moment to go, but it's the moment to think about it and process it and let this remembrance trigger in you the desire to go, right? It's like wait for the right moment, but while you wait, sink in it, right? It's like sit with it, rest in it, let this be part of your daily vision, your daily mantra, your it's like what you look at every day, right? This needs to be the picture that is going to push you to the next thing, to the next idea, to the next trip, perhaps. So it seems like this memory, it's actually necessary for the next leg of the journey, for the next thing that you're just starting to elaborate in your mind, Capricorn. So I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.